over the past 4 years, NewsX has relentlessly made an effort to amplify the voices of Kashmiri migrants and P.O.K. exiles. We have carried out countless telecasts under the Fill the Seats campaign, and now it seems that vision is at the cusp of being realized. The Lok Sabha has passed the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Bill. During discussions in the Parliament, Union Home Minister Amit Shah has stated that this bill pertains to bringing justice. He has further highlighted that the legislation restores entitlement to participation in elections through reservation. The new Jammu and Kashmir legislature will now have a total of 114 seats, out of which 24 will remain vacant till the occupation of P.O.K. ceases. Additionally, 2 members from the Kashmiri migrant community are to be nominated, and 1 P.O.K. displaced person is also to be nominated by the Lieutenant Governor to the new J&K Assembly. This is undoubtedly a historic step and comes after many years of concerted efforts. We'll talk about this victory with our guest. Joining us on the program is Sumit Peer, senior political commentator. Also with us is Mr. Utpal Kaul. He's an author, an activist, as well as a historian. Mr. Rajiv Chunni, Jammu and Kashmir Chairman, SOS International Organization for the P.O.K. displaced people, is with us on the program as well. Mr. Raja Munib, Jammu and Kashmir and P.O.K. scholar, also joins us on the broadcast. Sumit Peer, I'll begin with you. Thank you for being here. Well, first up, the Home Minister made a very powerful statement yesterday. He said, what is ours will be ours, but until it is ours, we are going to make arrangements for people to be represented from that part which Pakistan has stolen from us. What did you make of this historical announcement that came about yesterday, and what kind of a redemption does this also solicit to all those people who have suffered at the hands of this illegal occupation?
Vinny, thank you very much for having me on your show. In fact, you, me, NewsX, we have been talking this for, I think, years now, and somebody seems to be listening to it. And what after the Honorable, Grehmantri ji has spoken yesterday on the House of the Parliament, that means that what we have been always advocating, that POJK is an unfinished agenda for partition and we have to get it. So that is done. We are reserving the seats. That means it's a matter of time that the POJK will be part of India and will rightfully claim our land which belongs to us. And also the people of there which have to be relieved from the tyranny of Pakistan and the kind of atrocities Pakistan is committing against them. It's a very welcome step. I think Mr. Amit Shah is announcing it. He's making it clear to everybody and anybody, whoever matters, wherever in the world. I am very sure ISI has heard. I am very sure Pakistan's Kakkad has heard. I am very sure Asim Munir has heard. I am very sure Tehreek-e-Insaf, Tehreek-e-Jihad, Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen, Tehreek-e-Insaf, PLM, and name any of these parties. So everybody to anybody, there is no doubt. It is not on NewsX channel, or it is not between you and me and our viewers. It is the Home Minister of India which is announcing it from the House of the Parliament. Parliament ke patal se announcement kar rahe, so there should be no doubt about that. Second thing what I liked is the 2 seats for the Kashmiri migrants and 1 for POJK displaced people who have come in, which rightfully should get these seats, because Vineet, honestly, for somebody to go there and contest an election and win, demographically it is not possible. Nomination is always a provision within the Constitution of India, and that provision will be used. It's a very excellent move. It doesn't matter who gets it and what gets it and who doesn't get it. That is not important. Important is to send a message to Pakistan, ISI, and the terrorists that whatever you try to do, the ethnic cleansing of Kashmir Valley can be undone. The Republic of India, the Republic of Bharat has the power to undo whatever you thought you could never do. Do you think you could ethnically cleanse the population and you will have your Nizam-e-Mustafa and all? Well, that is a manifestation of the brainchild of ISI, which we have to defeat, and we have to send a message to the whole world. We are not only going to settle this, whatever happened in 1989 and 1990, we are not going to settle that right also, but for POJK, we are having a government in exile, almost kind of ready. We'll have people ready, we'll have nominations ready. When push comes to shove, it's a matter of days, we can set the house in order and we can show the world how POJK, after being liberated, is a different place on planet Earth. How is that being liberated? How the things have changed, how the future and fortunes of the people living there have changed, and how India is going to really bring that place up to the living standards of 21st century, which is deprived and denied by the Islamic Republic of Pakistan to them. This is what the world will see. World will see which is the working model, Islamic Republic of Pakistan or the secular Republic of India. That is what we have to show to the world, and this is an excellent opportunity. Ab to sir ऐलान जंग तो हो गया है. It's a matter when are we going to put our flag there. That is the time and place of our choosing, that the military and the political experts will decide when we will do it. But what I'm really happy and what I'm baffled also, from Pakistan, I am not hearing even an iota of voice. Nobody is even ready to talk about it. They are so scared. They're literally shitting in their pants because they know when Amit Bhai Shah says something, he means business. It's a matter of time it's going to happen. Because they remember how 35A and 370 was abrogated. Again, Mr. Amit Shah, 7 minutes, all gone. What people thought is unthinkable in 70 years, he could do it in 7 minutes. And the migrants of Kashmir and J&K and displaced people from Mirpur and others, where Mr. Chuni and others come from, this is a very welcome step. This is the first step, and I'm very sure in due course of time, the scope of operations, the scope and how many more seats and all can be given, but it will be given. But we have given a befitting reply to Pakistan, to terrorists, to the international cabals who thought that they could do Ghazwa-e-Hind and ethnic cleansing in India. Well, that's not happening, Vineet. That is the biggest takeaway from this. Vineet.
Well articulated, Sumit. I appreciate what you have said. Mr. Kaul, how does this become a game changer? In fact, like Sumit rightly pointed out and enunciated, that, it has been said from the floor of the parliament, it is sacrosanct now that this is to be implemented, and it has been implemented. What more needs to be done at this point in time? Obviously, a part of this legislation also needs to be actualized and implemented in an area which is disputed at this point in time.
Thank you very much, Vineet. I think after abrogation of Article 370 and 35A, it is the one big decision which Modi government has taken, and I thank very much BJP government at the center. I thank personally and on behalf of my community to Narendra Modi ji. I thank Amit Shah ji for accepting our demand. In fact, we demanded 5 seats. Even we demanded 1 seat for the Sikh, and we demanded 1 seat for the minority women, and we wanted 3 seats for Kashmiri Pandit community who were not represented properly. In fact, I can say from 1947 onwards. And we did a lot of hard work for that. We met Amit Shah ji, we met a lot of leaders, but in fact we had 4 very serious meetings with Delimitation Commission. I personally explained to Chief Election Commissioner and to Ranjana Desai Madam, the former Supreme Court judge. We explained her we are not properly represented, and so Parliament should introduce some law where we community as a community, we are the aboriginal, we are the people who are the original people of Kashmir who were there for from 10,000 years, and we became refugees in our own country. So we have no voice. So it is first step that our Aiwan mein हमारे 2 member होंगे, our 2 members will be there, and so they will raise our issues, because we are dispersed all over India, in fact all over the world. So for community, this is the first step. But the best step will be when community will go back to their home, when we will be back in Kashmir, and we will be part of progress, peace and progress of Kashmir. And I am seeing the days are coming. And I will add where Sumit Pirji has nicely explained about P.O.K. I may tell you, Kashmir is incomplete without P.O.K. because Sharda, our mother goddess, the presiding deity, mother goddess of Kashmir, Sharda Mata temple, and what we call as Sharda University, because in ancient India, it was Nalanda, it was Vikramshala, it was Ujjaini, and it was Sharda University. So the Sharda is in P.O.K. Kashmir is not complete. So Kashmir will become complete when POJK will be part of Jammu and Kashmir. So I think things are moving towards right direction, and like people were thinking Pakistan will not be divided, and we know what happened in 1971. Bangladesh became one country, and it was the humiliating, not only defeat, it was such an insult. It was first time 91,000 Pakistani army surrendered, and here in POJK, it is the people of POJK who want vigorously, and they raise issue of this in different parts, different forums, the different parts of world, that we want to be part of Jammu and Kashmir. We want to be part of India, because they see the big difference, how the universities, how the colleges, how the roads, how the tunnels, how the hospitals are built in main valley of Kashmir, and what is the condition of POJK. Everybody knows atta was for 250 kgs. But coming to my own community, we are the victims of genocide. I repeat here, our 20,000 houses were burned. Our thousands of our community members were killed. Our 450 temples were destroyed, not to talk of land and business and how much we have lost. And we have to regain all this. But what I again say, this was the first step that government has accepted our demand, and our two representatives will be in Legislative Council, in Legislative Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir. Thank you very much.
All right, let me also rope in Mr. Raja Muneeb into this conversation. Mr. Muneeb, thank you for speaking with us. I hope you can hear me, sir.
Thank you, Vineet. I'm here, and good evening to my co-panelists as well.
So is this something that fills your heart with a lot of pride? Is this something which is also equivalent to a promise that has been evading the Kashmiri people for a very long time?
No, absolutely. After, for the first time, we are seeing that all communities and all ethnicities are getting their due, and they're getting all the reservations, and they're coming in, and they're what the Home Minister has. Honorable Home Minister has announced, it's equitable, basically equitable representation of all the people of Jammu and Kashmir, whether it's the community from the Pandits or whether it is, the SC/ST seats which have been reserved. They form a sizable part of the state, and, even POJK seats, which are 24, which were, always reserved there. So that gives you an equitable representation to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, how it should have been from day one. But yes, it's a game changer. Not only a game changer, it's something which the people have always aspired for, and something people have now got after 70 years.
Right, Sumit Peer, you spoke of Pakistan, and you said there is absolute silence there. Usually, you have a number of these YouTubers who come up with these mock theories about what this really means. There is an actual quiet in Pakistan as a result of it, and what could this mean, and could this also signal towards something bigger, something that the Prime Minister has enunciated on the ramparts of the Red Fort? The Home Minister has also enunciated something similar a couple of years ago, if you remember, at the peak of COVID-19 in the Parliament itself. Do you think that, I'm asking you this because 2024 is around the corner, the Lok Sabha elections do deserve, to have a big bang by this government orchestrated right before India goes into polls?
Vineet, honestly, if you go by my assessment, I was expecting POJK to be a part of India before 24, but due to a lot of change in the geopolitical situations, there's a war in the Middle East, there's a war in Russia, Ukraine, and this Armenia, Azerbaijan is heating up, Houthis are heating up. There's a lot of heat which is generated across the whole world. So geopolitically, this may not be the right time, but I'm telling you, after 24, this is a very, very serious possibility, because we are announced our intent to the whole world. We are not hiding anything, and let the Americans know, let the CIA know, let the MI6 know, let the Chinese intelligence know, let the Turkish intelligence know, let the Erdogan know. We are announcing our intent. You see, a seasoned politician like Mr. Amit Shah is not making this statement at a public rally or election rally, then you can still say election rally by chunav ka mahol. And no, he is making this on the floor of the parliament. And remember, Amit Shah ji has already made statement on the 5th August 2019. उसने कहा जान देंगे तब भी POJK लेके रहेंगे. Now, if you see that, if you see the series of events which have happened after that, you can see that Mr. Shah and Mr. Modi are really getting near to it. They are making the things clear because Pakistanis are not talking. They know this is going to happen. The challenge with Pakistan is you don't have money to buy petrol, you don't have money to buy atta. If this is going to happen, the people of Pakistan will ask them, what is your difference? What are you going to prevent this? The answer is zero. What is Sanata? We have no difference. We are at the mercy of India. Though Asim Munir can come and say, we can do this, hum Ghazwa Hind karenge, hum ye karenge, hum wo karenge. This is all semantics and optics we need. Pakistan knows they cannot defend this territory. Pakistan knows India will take it. Pakistan knows nobody is going to come and help Pakistan. So with all these scenarios, what are they choosing? They're choosing to keep quiet on it. They're choosing, let's not talk about it as if we have not heard anything. When Prime Minister Modi wins a state, there's a talk on Pakistani media. When there's going to be, who's going to be the next Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, there's a talk on Pakistan media. So that is none of their business. But when we have such an important thing happening on POJK and Kashmir, they are not ready to open a mouth because their people, what are they saying? Their people are saying, bhai, hame Kashmir mein milna hai. The people are saying, we'll open the doors of, in Gilgit-Baltistan, they're saying, we'll open the doors of Kargil. We don't want to with you. So when these things are happening, what Pakistan media is trying to do, they are trying to suppress the news so that it doesn't reach the common man of Pakistan. And they say that this is happening and this is the right thing to happen. What they are worried about, if the people come and say, look, this is the right thing to happen, yahi hona chahiye tha, then the Pakistani government have nothing to do. And who will take the decision we need? Imran Khan in jail, Nawaz Sharif, toothless tiger, Zardari says, my son is not deemed fit to be a prime minister, right? Asim Munir is running from pillar to post. Asim Munir is investigating Nadeem Anjum. This, 408 MI battalion. GMO is questioned, GMI is questioned, right? So, and there is a caretaker prime minister called Kakkad. You have seen in COPS 28 meeting, he was in the last of the last row where you have to see him with a microscope. With that kind of a stature, who in Pakistan has the stature? Who in Pakistan has the auqat to reply to Mr. Amit Shah? There is nobody. So what do they do? Conveniently duck. They are conveniently going to duck about him. They are going to talk about Sumit Peer, Vineet Malhotra, Utpal Kolji, our other friend on the panel. They will talk about everybody. But trust me, Vineet, they will never talk about what Amit Shah said on the parliament. They were interested in who is winning Rajasthan. That was their talk. But what Amit Shah ji told, they are not going to talk about it because for them it's opening up Pandora's box. Because people will question, Bhai Sahab, aap kar kya rahe? What is he going to do? You can say taqwa, iman, jihad, visibillah. That is good to say. But when people will question, what are you going to do that? They will have no answer. Because they know that India, this POJK is a lost cause. They cannot fight anymore on it. America doesn't need them, China doesn't need them, Iran doesn't need them, INSSTC, AC, when all these things are happening in the world, the sector of Pakistan or the relevance of Pakistan geopolitically is falling. And if you look what is the plight of Chinese economy, how long can the China keep them alive? Yes, people will keep on giving them $1 billion here and there because it has a lot of nuisance value for India. Minus that they have no relevance, so they do not touch anything which has something to do with India. They do not talk about who is killing the man in Pakistan. They do not touch about what happened in Dera Ghazi Khan. They did not touch about how did Tehreek-e-Jihad Pakistan invade their air bases. These all things where Pakistani establishment looks down. There's a de facto ruling by ISPR. Do not touch this. Do not talk about it. They don't have an independent media like us. They can't go and talk like this. We have one Pakistani English channel. The rest all are Urdu channels wherein Indian panelists are not allowed. That is the reality of Pakistan. Do you think they can have a discussion like this on an open air satellite TV and talk whatever they want? This is impossible in Pakistan. Pakistan is a China in making. The only difference is the population is, majority of population is Muslim and literally getting bankrupt with a birth rate of 3.6% where they are going to double in 20 years. What will you see happening to that country? It is gone. It's a bygone. It's down the slippery slope. It's a matter of time when the Pakistan will break. And I think that is not too far off for me. You will see by the end of this month, you'll already see that some signs are coming up. They react to small things, but such a major, statement, nobody is going to react. Who will react? Kakkad? Kakkad se aap jawab denge kya? What is Kakkad? Kakkad is on a leave chance prime minister. I call him a leave chance prime minister. He's not even a military puppet. He's a leave chance prime minister. Do you think that leave chance prime minister is going to respond to Mr. Amit Shah? क्या बात कर रहे हो साहब? इतनी औकात नहीं है उनकी. Everybody is conveniently pulling deaf and dumb. They have political myopia and they have selective amnesia when Amit Shah ji or Modi ji gives such a statement. They will carry on with Turkey. They will talk about Azerbaijan. They will talk about Israel. They will talk about Hamas. They will talk about Saturn, Jupiter and Mars. They will not talk about Amit Shah. Vineet ji, take this in writing from me. Ji.
Mr. Kaul, concluding thoughts from you, sir. We've also run out of time. Then we take a thought from Mr. Muneeb as well and then wrap up.
Now it is a huge, big step that now earlier it used to be more seats, and National Conference and PDP had managed to have more seats in Kashmir, although population was more in Jammu. If we look only population, there were 1.5 million refugees, PoK refugees, P.O.K refugees in Jammu, and they were like second-rate citizens in Jammu. They were able to vote for parliament but not for the state assembly. They had no right for government job or for professional colleges. And we were victims of genocide. I think we have to thank once again to this government at the center, which made Article 370, 35A vanish, and now there are, although I can say there are big steps, but if we make the long list, these are baby steps, but they are good steps so that we can raise our issues. And first step for POJK people also, they will have also voice in assembly, and they have now right to vote. They have now right to participate in education institutions, and they can get the government jobs. So things are moving towards the right direction, and I hope that the government will implement it very wisely, and more good steps are awaited. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Muneeb.
Vineet, on POJK, I want to quote something from history. Jinnah was asked that why don't you ask for Jammu and Kashmir and leave Hyderabad? And he said, because Jammu and Kashmir is going to fall in my life like a ripe fruit. That never happened. But the way Pakistan is imploding, I can assure you that the time is ripening very soon where the fruit is going to go and come back and fall in our lap without us doing anything or even crossing the line. Because if you look at Pakistan, if you look at POJK, especially from last year and a half, there have been intense protests across Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir, and not only there, even in Gilgit-Baltistan, and people have raised this question that they want to go and join back their original state of Jammu and Kashmir and don't want to be a part of Pakistan. Those protests were quelled. There is a lot of noise which doesn't come in Pakistani media. They never show anything. There is a absolute, they blacklist of every news which comes out of POJK, but social media fortunately gives you the nerve of the ground, what is happening on the ground, and it's a matter of time before the decision is reversed. It comes back to us without us even crossing the line over. They would be crossing over the line because Pakistan is on the verge of implosion. So that is how POJK people would be looking at it, and they would be happy that they have 24 seats which are reserved for them, so they can come and claim their rightful representation in their rightful country.
Absolutely right, Mr. Muneeb. Appreciate Sumit Peer and Mr. Kaul and Mr. Muneeb joining us. If
Thank you.
Only this is something that Pakistan pays heed to and realizes that, like Sumit also said, that it's only a matter of time before something like this, which was considered a dream just a few years ago, is going to be actually a fact, perhaps in a few weeks or months or years.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.